Can you guys tell me how I look? If I show up at all? I am having trouble getting Twitch going though. We'll see if that ever happens. Solid 160p, okay. Okay. Okay, guys, let's try. Let me retweet everything and re-blue sky it. I'm not sure if my blue sky even posted, to be honest. If you guys aren't on Blue Sky, yeah, I strongly recommend it. I think a lot of us are trying to push it hard. Because it's like Twitter used to be, like legit. But while I'm doing this, how is everybody? This is always that weird, awkward part in the morning, you know? But we should be making our way downtown. Okay, cool. All right. I'm doing pretty good. Stayed up till 2 a.m. playing DQHD 2DR. Good, Paul. Are you enjoying it? I enjoyed it a lot. I want to find a rebellious blue butterfly bumper sticker for my embarrassing muskrat mobile. Joshy Poo, do you have a Tesla? Did I not know that? I didn't know that, obviously, if you do in fact have a Tesla. You know, I know a lot of people that are in your, I know a lot of people that were like, dude, this guy is awesome. You know, because he used to be less unawesome. Yeah. 2 years ago? Yeah. I think 2 years ago was still like there was some plausible deniability that he was gonna go this way. You know? Let me turn off the music. But anyways, guys, how is everybody? Um okay, tell me everybody, how is the visual quality on both? Because if I try and open both, um I'll die right now. How do I stream together? Should I hit this button? He did, yeah. Not this much. Not this much. Yeah, and that's, dude, I know you lose so much money selling them right now. It's such a, yeah. It's annoying. It's annoying. Clairvaux's doing good. Paul Hessing's doing good. Etc. Blue Sky is having trouble on web and mobile. Devs has said they're working on it. Yeah, you know, they're probably not expecting this kind of insane feedback. Twitch is ahead? That's fine. I mean, whatever, as long as the quality's fine. He's always been this way. Well, yeah, he's always been this way. I mean, he's always been self motivated and self interested, and I think he took on the persona that he thought was that benefited himself the most originally. You know, back when he was paying for, you know, his daughter's HRT treatments and stuff like that. That probably looked performatively very good for his brand, but now it stopped serving him. You know, and so he went the other way, you know? Pretty annoying. Sleep easy for president? Yeah. Yeah. More Genesis. I demand more Genesis. I'm running on the tessellation platform. Yeah. No, I agree. That's the only way. Yeah. Oh, you were always lying moment. Yeah. And it's still banned. You still get a note for saying cisgender. You can say whatever else the fuck you want. You know? Yeah, Jon Stewart does seem, I mean, like, why not? Politics is a, I mean, Donald Trump isn't a politician, but he is now because he's done politics. So anybody can be a politician. That's just the way that it is. Blue Sky is really chill in comparison. Like, I don't know what it is about Twitter other than that it's such a cesspool now. Like, I can even be like really in the For You tab and really just on FF7 stuff. And even the FF7 discourse on Twitter, it's all like, it's just super, like, it comes from a naturally defensive or offensive position. And so you'll see these posts that are like these deep cuts of like things some random person said 3 years ago about a song, you know, and then you like read and you're looking, trying to figure out what it's about, and then you eventually figure out it's some like feud about, you know, about Cloud's love life, and you're, oh, okay, well, I was really hoping It was like about the game or something. And it's just way less content about anything. It's about everything on Twitter is like a positional statement, even within the topics that you like. You know, you do see the occasional glazing there, you know. That's where I get most of my engagement on that platform is just being like, "Oh, by the way, Rebirth is the game of the year." You know. Yeah, the timeline is just good people getting triggered constantly by idiots. And yeah, but there's things now like yeah, and Blue Sky's like new and it's un uh it's ill equipped for like some of the stuff. Like I don't know, have we got hit by the I don't think I've gotten hit by the invalid handle thing. But yeah. Let's see. In fact, I'll check. Yeah, in fact, yeah, there's something that's happening with the invalid handle thing where you can see. People can check my Blue Sky if it works for them. Let me know. There's a workaround, yeah. Um, I think the workaround is that you go into settings, change my handle, and then type in your current handle and then verify the DNS record. But I think it's down right now. Suffering from success. While I get everybody in here, I'll start video games in a little bit. Um, and we'll go from there. I need better lighting in here. There. That's better lighting. Elon is going to sue for sure. Of course he is. He's such a soft little baby. You know, he's the softest little baby in the world. There are probably softer babies, to be honest. To be fair. To be fair. Yeah, blue sky's down. They're probably getting DDoS'd by Elon right now. He's so mad. I'm sending everybody to my blue sky page and it doesn't work. Sleep easy. You're on both places. Stygian, you're here. Yeah, blue sky's down. All right, it's back up. Whatever. Um, but by all means, let me know. if you're having any issues with the feed. So yesterday we played for like 6 hours. Yeah, it says my handle's too long. Okay, I'm not fucking with this. Um, so we played for like 6 hours, 7 hours, I think. And every now and then the audio would desync over time. So if that happens again, let me know. I've updated all the things and done investigation, and there's sort of a known issue if you are dual streaming where that can happen because I have to use two different audio encoders. Um, so I found a common audio encoder with the multi-streamer, and that should work according to an unsighted blog post, which is essentially Republican science. So I've done some right wing science on this, and we'll see how it pans out. Um, I've also got a ton of ivermectin ready if I start getting a cough. Any hoozles. Uh, okay. What did we do yesterday? Well, we did the live stream sequence. So basically, Gungaga, and then Cosmo Canyon. And the thing that I said that got the most traction was reposted by Subtext, and it was about Sid characterization. I think Sid characterization overall is consistent with his character, and I pointed out some lines, uh, and that really what we're seeing is we should just be calm about because we're seeing a very different context than the way we met him in the OG. Like we met him in his hometown, interrupting a stressful Shinra visit. You know, Shara's around, as opposed to us meeting him, delivering us a service. You know, and Subtext pointed that out, and that's really pretty silly. And then Exo Feeling says on Twitch, and I agree, I don't think Sid is half as bad in OG as people remember. That's true. People like if you really like take a whole accounting of his dialogue, a lot of it is just your standard polite Southern gentleman sort of thing. And like the most Southern thing is being really polite outside and then beating your wife, you know. I'm I'm sorry if that's don't beat your spouse, by the way. I'm not even suggesting their spouses. None of the characters in Final Fantasy VII have genitals. They all reproduce asexually. Uh, and that's in there somewhere. It's a Toriyama quote. I'm rarely serious. Just remember that, everybody. He was using his customer service voice. Exactly. You know. The new stuff where he knows Aerith like via Ifalna is it's like a choice, you know? Um but uh yeah, what are you gonna do? Well, I think I might be a fraud and thought they just lived together. Sid and Shura are actually married. No, it doesn't say that. I mean, it's heavily implied, I suppose. I don't even know how heavily it's implied. Like they live together. She demands that. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be whatever. I think the implication in Japanese media of the time is that, you know, a cohabitating couple of that age, as soon as the curtains are drawn, they're doing incredibly perverse things like holding hands and other things, other related intimate behaviors, you know, holding hands, um sharing the television remote, uh all of that stuff. Every young man needs a cougar. Is this a Oh, yes, yes. Yes, Sid and Ifalna. That's the cougar dynamic here. I got you. I was wondering if you meant like that Shara was way older than Sid and none of us knew that. Sid Falna? Do you know in Ever Crisis I think Alyssa may end up being a young Angeal romantic interest? It seems that way ish. I mean there's a, you know, who knows, you know? They may hold hands one day too. It's okay. I'm a fucking legend. We're all behind. You know, we're just getting caught up on our lives at this point. Okay, it's 10 o'clock, top of the hour. I'm going to run a 1 minute ad break on Twitch. And let's see. Uh, and on YouTube. I'll be right back. Let me grab things. People can see me if you're Prime sub. Also, feel free to super chat or super sticker on YouTube if you want me to keep doing this. If you don't want me to keep doing it, super chat even harder. Like if you retire me, if you just be like, here's 20 grand, never stream again. That's also an option. And I'll take a month off. But you don't have to do anything. I'm just happy you're here, honestly. If I'm being honest with you. Honest. All right. Be right back. Yeah. Yeah, look at all my shit. If they were married, that would be a pretty shitty setup, but I figured from how Sid treats her, he just does stuff for him because she feels bad. Can't imagine that making marry a guy though. Yeah, man, I don't know. There's no real. What's up, Jano? There's no real like lore answer. What are the trophies near the top of my door? Don't worry about it. You just want to see Sid smoke a cigarette? Yeah, I think they ought to go farther, honestly. I think they should have like uh like even harder drugs, like a pipe. Just yeah. Like he's just doing lines in the bathroom, you know? That's what I want to see from Sid. No, not really. Man, I gotta be honest, I don't care about the smoking thing. Like other people like, oh, it's so iconic and stuff like that. All right, that's fine. You can totally feel that way. I don't have any issue with wanting that. I am also would not care if it never happened. You didn't like Sid in Rebirth? You're prepared to be crucified? That's fine. I think all that we're trying to say is that um we have no reason to really think he's that inconsistent from the character in the OG based on the context in which he's presented in Rebirth. Because it's an adaptation. It's a different story. It's an adaptation of a story that and will probably you know hit on the same beats with some extra stuff, sure. But because it's an adaptation and we're presented to the character in a different setting, we won't know what the character's really like until we get the character's arc. I think that's really that, you know. Kate Sith basement section? Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Do you think we'll start the game in Rocket Town? I'm not sure narratively how it would go anywhere else. They take a detour to fuel up the Bronco before heading the Great Glacier. Yeah. Or we find out that somebody presented this as an option that the that the ending cinematic we saw is not actually right after uh the end of the game or right after the death of Aerith. That it is in fact after Rocket Town, and that in the beginning of the game will start in Rocket Town, um, and Aerith will still be appearing to Cloud the whole time, you know, and it'll be an opportunity to throw out like tons of deceptive marketing and stuff like that, like you know, showing beginning of the game, showing a ton of Aerith off, and during that time it'll be like Cloud in peak like you know, unhinged mode, talking to Aerith and stuff while they're all in Rocket Town. And then it'll eventually sync up with the ending cinematic of Rebirth. And, you know, she says her goodbye, etc. And then that's when things start to go real crazy at the Northern Crater. I don't even remember who told me that idea. So whoever you are, I'm so sorry. You can fucking get so mad at me later and DM me, or you can like angrily super chat $10,000 to me right now. Be like, you motherfucker, here's $10,000. Wouldn't that be crazy if you did that? It's okay. Don't do that. Whatever. Be that way. All right. I think it might be time to play Rebirth. And where we're at is we've already done the Cave of the Gi. I've already beaten Gi Natak on hard mode in less tries than Professor Noctis by a lot. And then we just got Gi Natak just like pulled us into the world of the Gi. We just made it through the the sequence with Zach and Biggs. Yeah. Subtext. Okay, I'll say it one more time. Um, so the idea is that somebody told me that what they think is going on with the end scene, the ending cinematic, is that the ending cinematic actually happens after Rocket Town, and that in the beginning of part 3, we'll go to Rocket Town, and during that time, um, Cloud will still be talking to Aerith and seem extremely unhinged. They'll go repair the Bronco, do all that stuff, um, go through Rocket Town things, and and then it will eventually sync up with the ending cinematic, um, and and go from there. And why that's good is for marketing reasons. Like as they're displaying things, they'll show off scenes with Aerith in them. They'll you know, hold on a sec. I've been getting a weird call from like the same person over and over, and I just need to make sure. Okay. All right. So we're about to start gameplay, but I have to call this person back, and once I do, we'll 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 get into the explanation of the black materia in the city of the Gi. All right. Oh boy. Ah. How would this theory explain why everybody's grief seems so fresh in the ending? Yeah, that's my pushback. Is it seems like everybody's still real sad. It seems like it's right after. And it's like there's so much. I mean, the pacing already is really kind of uncomfortable. But, you know, it is what it is. Do you think we might get more of a backstory of Aerith's parents in 7-3? Yeah, definitely. I think we'll get more. Let's see, what else? I don't know if it's necessary, but there's still something intuitively weird to me about starting a Rocket Town, but could be interesting. It doesn't, I mean, like, starting in Rocket Town does feel weird. Which makes me think that the start of the game, you know, might not be centered around Cloud, or it might start cold, with the end of the game, but from somebody else's perspective. You know, like it might take you might start the game in control of Tifa at the Temple of the Ancients, and you walk up to Cloud, you know, as he's holding Aerith, you know, and so you get a perspective from the party's point of view what happened. And that's where we see, you know, that might be where we see, you know, the full scene again. It's weird to start a game with that, but since we already kind of experienced it, you know, that's another way to start the game. Zack's probably the start again, though. Yeah, Zack's the maiden who traveled the planets, the worlds. Okay, all right. Enough of this nonsense. It's not nonsense. And again, I'm live on both platforms, and it's fine. Whichever one you want to be on. I personally recommend just being on whichever one looks better for you, especially since this is the Pro. Not everybody's going to buy a Pro, and who knows when the PC version is coming out, or if it's going to take months to optimize, etc. So just do whatever forever, Trevor. And then I'm gonna stop being live at about 12:30. So 2.10 hours. Ooh, look at that. Only thing stopping me from getting a Pro is a hard prediction that P3 is going to be PS6. Yeah, that's not a bad prediction. But I have a feeling that consoles are just going to be this weird incremental thing for a while. It's going to feel like iPhones. I think part 3 will start with a prelude chapter of young Genesis, Sephiroth, and Angeal fighting some huge boss and introduce Tri-Tech attacks. Bro, even if Sleep Easy's not in the stream right now, I think wherever he is, he nutted responsively to that idea. Once Squeenix moves away from exclusives, they'll probably stop buying consoles. Seems like it's in the cards for them, almost like a necessity. That said, I do want to say, look, people are criticizing sales of everything right now. But I promise, Adam, thank you for the tier memberships. Whoever got memberships to YouTube, please thank Adam. That's awesome. But yeah, these graphics are nuts. I just rejoined. I want to know who made me involuntarily explode. That would be Renaissance Elf, who just described said, I think part 3 will start with the prelude chapter of young Genesis, Sephiroth, and Angeal fighting some huge boss and introduce Tri-Tech attacks. Okay, I love this music. It sounds like upside down music, almost. But also, so there's an element of this music. This sounds... Oh boy, I'm getting mosaic on game when I move things move around. I'll go check YouTube. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this has to happen. Okay, so we're in the city of the Gi, and it's got the most foreign sounding music. This music, okay, so there's a reference in this music. It sounds like music from Secret of Mana. Okay, and this is not a meaningless connection. So the composer of this track also composed music for Secret of Mana, not the last two, not Trials. He also did Trials and has some credit on Visions, but this has a parallel to Thanatosian music in Secret of Mana. And Thanatos is, of course, the Greek god of death. And, you know, we crossed a Stygian river. You know, so there's a lot of kind of Greek death mythology built here. Oh man! Oops, I forgot about petrification. Thanatos was one of the bosses in the Mana Fortresses, if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's a whole character too. SOM was your first. It was my first one that I really liked. Wasn't my first, but it was the first one that I really liked. They already implemented multi-protect the Genova fight, so it's not included. Yeah, I think it's really obviously going to be. Tri-Tech attacks are definitely a thing. We shall not rest until the materia is ours.
You're gonna feel this.
And I'm just gonna try and beat these guys without changing equipment because I don't want to use equipment. I'm using this sword because it's my favorite looking one. It also has the coolest item description. A greatsword whose power has been greatly enhanced by the Mako coursing through its blade. And you get, of course, you get this weapon in the Temple of the Ancients. And you look, it's got that like Mako punk tech. And so what I like about the concept is that there's a bunch of highly technological weapons that you get that are clearly of Cetran origin in the Temple of the Ancients. So it shows that there was probably a period of time where the Cetrans maybe towed too close to the line with Mako tech as well. You know?
It was our fate to be spurned by the planet forevermore. Thus did we resolve to forge our own path to
okay.
salvation.
The detail, by the way, on this particular Gi statue is phenomenal. It is much better, much higher, and just fantastic. So they call it the Materia of Peace. And you hear the chorus of the guy just saying materia because we're living in a materia world. And then obviously there's some tribal Eurasian and African motifs here too, and I think that's starting to kind of, like, we already had this conversation with Guy Natak, and we know what Guy Natak looks like, and he's talking about tolerance. So I do feel like there's some messaging about Cetrans and how they treated the other here.
To the planet.
But okay, another thing that has been mentioned is that this rock formation, it is Nibelheim, and it looks like there's a star map underneath. But I think that's just I think it's a coincidence. So this does look like Nibelheim a little bit, and I think they're just reusing assets, and it's sort of. But there is something to be said that Nibelheim or Niflheim is the closest that you're going to get to a underworld in Norse mythology, and so, you know, there's an appropriate level of connection between Nibelheim.
There is but one thing that can deliver unto us ultimate salvation, and that is materia.
You if you just like, just fucking starving for more materia. Yeah, then sin came. My biggest thing is I would like to see if a complete remake of Before Crisis, even if it is episodic release. There's so much story to tell there that could really be fleshed out. Yeah, I feel like Ever Crisis has its work cut out for it if it wants to do Before Crisis.
cessation. It is nothingness. Our wish is not to exist, but rather to no longer exist.
Ultimate salvation is nothingness? Okay.
In the purest of materia, we place our hope and faith.
So, you know, the concepts are pretty black and white here. Not, you know, not using a pun here. They are eternally in pain and they want the cessation of existence.
Don't know about y'all, but I got a sinking feeling. Think we
13
probably don't
playable
want
characters
to
is
stay all welcome
ridiculous.
here.
It's hard to feel at ease around folks whose only desire is death. And if the planet won't let them have it, well, who's to say they won't?
Yeah,
Let
you're
the
getting it,
planet
Kate
have it.
Sith.
Save me!
Sure.
Don't you think someone responsible like me ought to hang on to that materia? So it doesn't
Honestly,
fall into the wrong
yeah.
hands?
I think we shouldn't get involved at all, lassie.
Little late for that.
What do you think he wants us to do for him?
Steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and
Okay, so we want the purest materia, right? And then it tells the story that it's no longer pure. So I wonder what it was before. Is the black materia and the white materia essentially the same somehow? In terms of power, one has just become corrupt with hatred and spite.
steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and spite made black. Steeped in our one desire,
Black materia, huh?
with pain and spite made
Oh, he's... And here we go.
steeped in our one desire,
He learned of it.
no more, with pain and spite made black.
Listen to this
Whatever that
music, by the
material
way.
is, we can't let them have it. No matter how much they want it. Don't know how far we can let this go. But for now, we play along.
So that little bit of music is a rare synth beat, and a lot of synthesized music, a lot of like Zimmer-esque, you know, like non-standard instruments. They have a tendency to play in motifs around the live stream sequence, like that portion in yesterday that we played in Gongaga, the new live stream sequence in chapter 9. That wasn't just one song, that was several pieces of music. And I got copyright stricken by him, by the way, not by Square, of course. So the live stream sequence music is this very interesting motif that's very distinct from the rest of Remake and Rebirth soundtrack. And you only really hear it in situations around like the meta discussion of the live stream. And that was one of them. When you're in these errant worlds within the live stream, you just get regular music. But anything that's like kind of around the meta, you know, the mystery music, you get this new motif. So what I think Part 3's soundtrack will include is a ton more music like that. Part of the reason I think that, none of those tracks are on the official soundtrack. They were purposefully not included, and they probably will show up in some, you know, special edition of the soundtrack.
With the passing of the eons, the star
Don't think you'll walk away from this!
began to wane, until at last it was subsumed.
Earth shook, seas boiled, sky shattered, and time stopped. Okay, did you hear that? Time stopped. So one of the things that can happen when the black materia, and this dialogue happens during combat. Few of my people survived the chaos and calamity. Those who did began a new life here. Okay, I am actually going to retry this battle so we can listen to this dialogue again, because the shit that he is saying here is so interesting. With the passing of eons, the star we called home began to wane. So this is again proof that they are from another world, right? So these are aliens. Okay, began to wane until at last it was subsumed by your own, right? So their world merged, or their solar system merged with ours somehow.
The star we call home began to wane.
Still here.
Okay. The earth shook, seas boiled, sky shattered, and time stopped. So this is an explanation of the calamity that happened to the Gi. So when it's not just that, you know, all of these elemental forces came together, time stopped. So time is affected too. That's really, I think, important to know. That the nature of reality is so bound to time in this much more direct and coherent way in Final Fantasy VII than it is in, say, ours.
Seas boiled, skies shattered, and time
Okay.
survived the chaos.
Few of my people survived the chaos and calamity. Those who did began a new life here.
It began.
You'll feel better in a second.
But to the planet we were not welcome.
Let's go.
We were not
Not in life nor death.
nor in death.
Okay.
Enough!
Okay. I'm feeling pretty weak. Sorry, but
My turn.
you handle it.
That's fine.
I'm here.
That's the most central one, yeah.
Let's finish this!
This one's for you! Here it comes! One more shot! I'll do what I can. Can you all set?
Okay. So that dialogue's annoyingly easy to miss. So wait, seems like it's just the game audio but not Seal's voice, so the audio came out of sync? Okay. Okay. But you heard what I said, right? Like, I still think it's super fascinating what we're talking about. Yeah, it's easy for me to at least fix for a little bit. Okay. Seems synced. Okay, let me know if it's synced. Yeah, I was planning on doing a run of the geese section where I turn off all the sound effects so I can really focus on the lore. I mean, what he says is super interesting. And there's a lot of descriptions of time being like really associated with, you know, the fundamental nature of Earth. So does the black materia give one mastery over time? Does the white materia also?
And so our souls sought refuge here. Yet idleness brought no solace. Our days a penance imposed by the planet for the sin of our existence. And now, our only wish is to be freed from this prison, to be granted true release.
So it's two different voice actors. Yeah, somebody let me know. It's blurry on Twitch. Yeah, if you're finding blur, go to YouTube.
From the planet, we claim the greatest of materia, a most sacred treasure, and imbued it with our desire for freedom.
So the greatest materia was once the black materia, or was the black materia was once the greatest materia, and it was imbued with the hatred that the Gi had, right? And so, was it originally functionally identical to the white materia? What does the white materia do? And does it have control over things like time?
Freedom. After an eternity, the materia began to stir, and thus did we rejoice, knowing that salvation was within our grasp. We rejoiced, so convinced were we that our prayers for release had not been in vain. Yet the loathsome Cetra trespassed upon our lands and stole the treasure that would grant us deliverance.
So they recognized the Cetra came. They recognized it would mean their doom. Came and stole it. Put it in the temple.
Therefore, we ask that you retrieve it, the black materia, key to our oblivion. Please. It alone can liberate us from this endless dream. The Gi cannot rest until our sacred treasure has been restored to us. Moreover, in redressing the crime of her ancestors, the Cetra may help us to let go our ancient grudge.
So that's a weird thing. Okay, one, we can be free, right? Because of the black materia. Two, it's reparations. Right? Like it's you're making amends for the way that you treated us. So do the Gi have a way of using the black materia that grants them peace but doesn't obliterate the world? And we don't actually have an answer to that, right? So I wonder if that loop gets closed.
Where is it?
It is said the orb lies within a place of Cetra worship.
A place of Cetra worship? Or temple?
You know what?
have an idea. At least, I think I do.
Forgive me, Hollow One, if I regard you with suspicion.
Hollow One.
Now hold on there. I'm friend to one and all, thanks to my crystal ball. No matter your need, I have the right read.
He's strange, but you can trust him. Really.
I mean, you can't, but I love that weird little interaction, right? Like, Guy knows that that's not a person. There's no soul in there, you know? And then, so I do feel like this is something that needs resolution in part 3 is the Guy tribe, right? And I know that the most hated topic here is the ending, and will it change? Will there be anything different? Will multiple endings be a possibility? I'm not saying there are, but if there were a scenario played out where you had like a choice that affected the way things played out, one of the choices I think that you could interestingly make is, what do you do with the black materia? Do you give it to Sephiroth? Do you give it to the Guy? Do you give it, like, there could be multiple choices. I would like to see them have some bad endings, like you can give it to the Guy and see what happens, like that would be a fun what if. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm not saying it's good. And I do actually think there are games with multiple endings that do it well. Nier comes to mind the best. Yeah, or like what Yuffie, I trust Yuffie with it more than I trust like any of these other clowns. Yuffie.
Alas, it appears we have been discovered. I trust you will return our materia to its rightful home. Only you can end our torment.
I guess we're back?
Yeah.
Celestial buddies, exactly. Yeah. Here you go. Here's the black materia.
We need to get moving.
Right.
I'll make you proud, Dad. Just wait.
No music here. All right. We
it's
did
good
it.
to see you again.
Thanks.
Allow me to escort you to fellow Bugenhagen. Please, this way.
Hook, line, and sinker. Those undead suckers actually think we're gonna give them back their materia.
They called it their salvation or whatever. But to me, it sounded more like something with the potential to wreak some serious havoc. Nope. No way in hell are we letting them have it.
Can't let him have it either.
Him?
Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Did no one else sense him?
No.
You're the resident expert. If you say Sephiroth was there, I'll believe you.
Wait. So, are you saying Sephiroth's after the black materia too?
Probably. Better to assume he is.
Well, come on! Let's go! Can't let anyone get between me and my materia!
So at this point, the party's learning from Cloud that Sephiroth wants the black materia.
So, Kate Sith, I gotta ask, how do you know about the Cetra Temple anyway?
Well, I wouldn't say I know about it exactly. Not directly, anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just recall some document or other discussing its existence. If we can get to a Shinra terminal, I should be able to find it again.
Terminal, huh? They set any up here?
I think so? But I bet old Boogie will know for sure.
So, okay. I think a fair critique is that the Shinra terminal being a thing like that moves us to the next location is kind of like a nothing burger plot point. You know? I think following the Black Robes is fine enough. Or even if Cloud just started saying, we gotta go to Nibelheim. And then everybody's like, okay. That'd be fine. You know? The Path of Return, did you see that? Is part 3 gonna be Return? I used to think part 3 was lacking material to work with, but I was totally wrong. How are they going to wrap all this up in one more game? It's going to be 200 hours long. Yeah, I think so. Thankfully, they can remove almost all the huge materia plotline from the OG and integrate it into other stuff, since it's kind of a dull fetch quest aside from the space mission. They have to do that. That's 1,000,000,000% what they'll do.
Thank heavens you're alive. I feared you might have returned to the planet.
Oh, come on. We both know you didn't need to worry about me. After all, I am the son of Seto the Watcher.
Forgive me. But if I recall correctly, Shinra should have set up a transmission terminal here in Cosmo Canyon, so... where is it?
Oh. What did become of that thing? Ah, yes. Now I remember. I was so fascinated by the technology it employed, I did some tinkering. Some tinkering, I say, though it was quite a lot. But now it serves a decidedly more...
I really hope that Roche's story isn't finished. Doesn't look like he is.
Well, do you know about a Cetra temple?
A temple, you say? If you mean a place where they worshipped gods, none exist. The Cetra never engaged in such practices.
I didn't know that.
Maybe it was referred to as such by someone.
The Cetra never worship gods. And then Aerith seems disappointed that that isn't true. Which is an interesting response. And it probably, you could chalk it up to, she's just disappointed that she doesn't understand her own culture. Or could be something else. It could be that she has long, sought meaning making through that kind of prayer.
One ignorant of their culture. If instead it is a site of importance to the Cetra that you seek, texts do speak of one, and of the pains taken to conceal it.
So, it does exist?
Perhaps, though I know not where it is.
Huh?
And even should you find it, I would urge caution. They were a star-crossed people. To follow in their footsteps is to court tragedy. However, the rewards may yet outweigh the risks. You must bring every one of your senses to bear. For then no secret will elude you, however well hidden.
Am I a joke to you? Says
And
Maria.
when you return home, I hope you'll share your discoveries with me.
Fellow Bugenhagen!
What is it? I'm a little busy here.
Another man in a black robe has come. What should we do?
Well now, a friend of yours?
Where'd you see him?
Oh, the village gate.
We should check it out.
Yeah.
Clairvaux, it's kind of a reference to some alchemy stuff. All alchemy starts with the prima materia, aka aether or quintessence. The synthesizing of the Philosopher's Stone is called the magnum opus, or the great work. So it kind of ties into the crafting system they introduced with this game too. Yeah, that's a great point. Here's the struggle, right? The gi below. Is the River of Lights Festival. Yeah, this game looks pretty good, man. PS5 power, let's go. Wow.
I believe it is because she is confident that we have the strength to overcome it.
The fact that we stand here today, alive and well, having overcome our challenges, is proof of this.
Indeed. As the planet ordains, so it shall be. This truth is absolute and must never be forgotten.
Still a little.
O great mother, from whom all blessings flow, we beseech you, cast your light in the dark and lead your children. Tonight, they return home from their long journey. Welcome them, O mother, with love and grace.
Nah.
Let me guess. The planet led you here? We got blooms.
As the sun's...
Buy one of these and the souls of our ancestors will surely grant you good fortune.
What an upstanding young man you are, helping us.
We've got top quality antiques.
Nanaki! Is this man okay? He is, albeit rather weak. Not sure why, though. I know Mako poisoning when I see it, and this isn't it.
Nibelheim. Nibelheim, ain't that?
Where Tifa and I grew up.
Ah, of course. Nibelheim has a terminal.
52 Sumo Crucial have a way bigger
Whiskers on
role.
it.
Part 3? Yeah. Way bigger.
It, had a terminal.
Cloud, remember when you told Gian attack back there? That I might be weird, but you can trust me. Aye, well, even if you were lying, I'm gonna prove to you that you can trust me. That I'm on your side.
It's not that.
We should go.
Wait, you're talking about heading to Nibelheim from here? There's no roads you can take far as I know.
Maybe we can't go by land.
But by air.
Meaning we'll need smoke.
Right then, back to the airstrip we go.
Back to the airstrip. Fast travel. Okay. All right, we're going to Nibelheim. And then we're doing all side quests in chapter 13. Except for the Johnny's one. We're gonna do that shit right now. Probably won't let me do it though. Not until we do this, actually.
Not that you got a choice, but thank you for choosing Bronco Airlines.
Sid, my friend, you couldn't give us a lift to Nibelheim, could you?
A little far, but not too far, I reckon. The old girl should be more than up to the challenge.
Do you think Zach's journey in this corresponds to one of the three friends in Loveless? Cloud being another, Seth probably the next. So, I'm of the view that Loveless, almost every role can apply to all three characters. So why I think Zach, Cloud, and Sephiroth are featured on the cover is because Loveless can apply to all three of them. And I literally mean every single role. And I think Sleep Easy's in the same boat as that one. Okay, we're going to Corel real quick first.
Prepare to be razzled and dazzled.
But you could make a case that, you know, one is...
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah,
now, you
for
hear?
sure. Farvados, Garmin, Rosa. Yeah. That's obvious. I meant the poem, not the play. I gotta get a crown from this guy. I have to steal, right? Okay. So if that's the case, here's what we'll do. Okay, we'll change out. Party one will change with, okay. And for materia, let's see. Well, we'll give her whatever Tifa has. You're the new Tifa. Actually, we'll do. Okay. Gotta steal this dumb crown. Fuck you, Tombury.
No need. Need to go easy.
I'd keep my distance if I were you. Get him! Don't worry, the planet's got us. Get him!
It's on you.
You're tagging out. Here I go! I believe in you! How about you show
I got this.
We're just warming up. Wait, seriously? Looking for me? And catch! Too much? Why don't you lead the way? You won't regret this.
Oh man. God damn it. Okay. Try battle. I believe in you, Echoes. Let the battles begin. It'll be fine. What are the chances that they have significant deviations from the OG in part? It's got to deviate the most in part 3. In my opinion. And if it doesn't, I think it'll be a critical failure.
Take the lead.
So it's my turn? You can do it! Here I go! How you like this? You're going first. Good to go?
Hang back.
Break through this!
Deal with that.
You're in good hands now! Come on! Keep it up! You're going down! Got you now! Just take a deep breath! You can do it! Do me proud!
Taking over. Take the lead.
If you insist. At least put up a fight. Just you. Now that's the spirit. Good to go?
My turn.
Gonna do about this.
Gotcha.
Oh, she can't come back. That's right, she got the permadeath. Okay.
Sloppy. See ya. You're not getting away. Don't overdo it.
Everyone, here I go.
I don't know if I'll do this with 2 players. We'll see.
Hang back. Gotcha.
Alright.
Deal with that.
Why is it always gonna be me? Hope you like pain. Just warming up. Mayday.
My turn.
Get started.
That'll do. Back to the play. Take the lead.
You won't regret this. Sucker.
Alright, got it.
Another
Jesus
crown
Christ.
snatched by the incomparable Yuffie. Let's hurry up and get this to Johnny.
Okay, let's restore HP. What? What? Okay, I can fast travel now. Store HP. It's the edge of creation, a place where none of the FF7 events occurred yet. It does seem to be outside of time. It's almost as if it's a place created by the successful casting of Meteor at some point in either the future or something. All the playable Turks from Verdo before Crisis appear. I hope those Turks do exist and that they do show up as well. I also hope we get Elfie and Verdo. The Borderlands.
You took down the Tonberry King for us? Thanks, bro. On behalf of all Johnnies. So, where's the crown? Whoa! Get a load of the shine on that baby! It is positively legendary!
And we went through positively legendary trouble to get it for you.
That's right. You're welcome.
The fruits of your labor are gonna be on full display. Man, I can't wait to see the look on my face when I see this! I'm gonna take this baby back to the hotel. Be sure to swing by when you have the chance. I'm sure one of me will have something real nice waiting for you.
God, you can even see complexion issues on Johnny's skin. They're very subtle, but you can see them. Wow, this area looks amazing. I haven't seen this on the Pro yet because I had kind of gone past this. This looks incredible. Fuck. Man, this game looks so good. Finally, we got a Horizon level visuals from a game. I mean, not quite, but close.
Man, I could go for a hot shower.
Could you now? Look at all these Johnnies just doing work.
Chop, chop.
Getting work done. Are my weapons over here? No, not yet.
I think it's getting hotter. Try painting the walls. Good news, bro. All of me made it back in one piece. And it
All
sounds
of me.
like I really
All
put
of
you
me.
through the ringer. Sorry about that.
No biggie. So, what now? Want me to proof them?
What? No, not yet. We're in the middle of renovating, and I'm gonna need all my hands on deck to finish. At the end of the day, I want to be able to say I remodeled this place all by myself. Right, Johnnies? Yeah, bro. So yeah, me and me's are set on seeing this through the end. But once we're finished, it's gonna be the finest hotel in the whole world. Just you wait.
No, just you wait, Jonathan. But YouTube stream is 4K. It's 1440p, which is all they let us do. But still, it's pretty good. Hey, just try both and see which one looks better. I think that one probably looks better. I don't think... yeah. I don't know. Also, hi. Hi, Chocobilic.
So?
We're looking at the Jontourage right here.
Without you guys, none of this would have been possible.
You're absolutely right. You couldn't have done any of this without my incredible ninjutsu.
Couldn't have done it without the J Squad either. Oh, don't go getting all sentimental. We were just doing what you would have done. You said it. We all want what's best for this place. It's our home. And none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for you, Johnny Prime. Truly, you are the realest bro. Well, I'm just happy to know that whatever trials await, we'll face them together. Yeah, about that. Now that all the renovations are complete, I think it's time that we peace out. What? Don't worry. You got this, Johnny.
You know who? I know Johnny's pissed that the rest of the Johnnies are gone. But, okay, look, listen. Alright, we're gonna get into a little bit of an adult territory here. Okay? You know who else is probably bummed? And I'm not going to elaborate. But Jenny. Jenny's probably bummed. Okay? Because look, it's not... It's like allowed, right?
Johnny?
Johnny's girlfriend is Jenny,
You
yeah.
don't need us anymore, Johnny. You've got you. Johnny! Johnny out! Johnny's! You know, I couldn't stand listening to them bicker. And now, I already miss the sound of our melodious voice. I lost a part of myself today.
You gonna let that stop you?
Huh?
You've got a hotel to run.
That's true. I remodeled this place.
Sony
with my
first
own
party
14
games
hands.
are
I owe it to me and myself to
impossibly
see that our
high
hard
bars,
work
yeah.
Doesn't go to waste. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be 7 Johnnies in one.
I think one of you's more than enough.
Jenny disagrees.
That means a lot.
Cloud, you're not old enough to understand. Okay?
Oh, almost forgot.
Let's face it.
Set up a little space to show off your collection. I'd love to showcase
Johnny
any
doesn't
rare
have
or
stamina.
interesting artifacts
That's
you
where
happen to
Johnny
come
2
across.
comes in, okay?
Rest assured, you'll be handsomely rewarded for them. I've got my heart set on becoming the best in the business, so look out, hotel industry. We'll attract guests from far
Sorry,
and wide,
kids.
with
Okay.
luxurious lodgings and unbeatable hospitality. But you'll always
Time
have a
to
room with
tag
your name
out,
on it,
bro.
my
I got
'cause when
this.
you're here, you're Johnny.
Max Jamma, yeah. Jenny, I'll have Johnny.
I heard they got some unusual pieces here.
The possibilities.
I don't know art, but I know what
Okay.
I like, and I like this.
Alright. I just complete the quest and then like a magic wand and then all the trophies just appear here. There's some fun details in these trophies.
Wow, feels like this inn's actually trying now.
Stamp.
The decor here isn't half bad. Whoa, now that's something I've never seen before.
We even get a Loveless poster here. The pristine crown.
This is pretty cool.
But we also get legacy weapons, right? So when the PC version comes out, we won't even need to import the weapons. It'll just be model swaps. Honestly, this should be an upgrade setting. They should allow you to do model swaps on this. On the weapons. But yeah, there's my beloved nail bat. There's the hard edge. There's the twin saber. Iron blade. Crystal sword. Sad. Sad. And then we have Barrett's legacy weapons here. Because this is the boys' room, you know? It also looks like there's supposed to be more stuff here. And maybe that's for later, for part 3. Maybe that's where, you know, guns go, or Red's collars. We've got Yuffie's from Intergrade in here. We've got all of Aerith's staves. So this is Yuffie and Aerith's bedroom.
I feel so energized when I look at all this.
And then we come in here. And look, there's some gloves. This is Tifa's room. And that's all that's in here. That'll probably change though. In part 3. And look, there's that shower she's wanted her whole life.
Wow, it feels like this inn's actually trying now.
Yeah, they're trying. Okay. We did it. Alright. We're going to Nibelheim. Okay, what should my Nibelheim weapon be? For Cloud. I mean, this feels right. A lot of people haven't been to the Corel airport, by the way. But yeah, this is the airport in Corel, and it's got a cool lighthouse with nothing else of value, a full airstrip. And then the G2 warehouse with fucking nothing in it. Okay, let's find that phone booth. Where you at, phone booth? There you is. Okay. A lot of people haven't been to...
You rang?
Yes. Alright. It's time to go to the airstrip. Game of the year. That's right, Josie. Look at this. Look. Look, we're the border between these two lands is beautiful. For some reason, I can move around. I have legit flight controls. For no reason. Other than just like to make me feel like I'm doing it. This is playable Sid right now, guys. I'm Sid. They lied. He's playable in this game. Okay, about an hour of Nibelheim.
I'll see you when I see you.
Hey, Sephiroth, wait up.
There's a little reference in Calm to the Wall Market Singer in Remake, though. Yeah, the singer himself can show up too, yeah. His father's there? Yeah.
Bring me the black materia.
So he has this memory of being in the rain in Nibelheim and 16, right? He's got a memory from his version of the Nibelheim flashback. But Sephiroth's in there saying, bring me the black materia. It's a fascinating restructure. And then speaking of Sephiroth, now all the robed men are talking about black materia.
Yeah.
Looks like we're not the only ones headed for Nibelheim.
Huh. Almost like they swung by Cosmo Canyon just so they could lead us here.
Yeah, it is almost like that.
Sorry, just thinking out loud. Forget about it.
Also, how did that dude cross the ocean? These giant, like 747 hulls, too, like giant passenger planes. So, like, something interesting about this is you can assume that these are like Republic relics, is that there seemed to be some kind of like commercial free travel between regions in the Republic being planned before Shinra showed up. You know, so it's almost as if this is what society would look like without Shinra. And it's, instead of like that, they just they just abandoned all this slow progress in like search of quick Mako energy use, you know.
Kate? Meant to tell you before, but the terminal's probably gone. Nibelheim burned down 5 years ago.
It did, aye. Not to worry though. The terminal is as snug as a bug in a rug, because Shinra wasn't about to let that facility burn down.
Meaning the reactor?
Well, that's important too, but no.
I'm no expert on Nibelheim, but what I do know is that it's the only lead we have on that materia. So, not much choice.
Yeah. It's this or nothing. We should get going.
I do like that Sid is aware, or I'm sorry, Kate Sith is aware that Nibelheim burned down. You know. So this is a divisive chapter for me. There's some bad. And as like just less eerie and just generally, I don't know, good. As it is to have Nibelheim's identity be more this rehab facility for Black Cloaks. Like, they immediately know that, you know, they don't try and gaslight you about the town being burnt down, any of that stuff. They're just like, we don't talk about that. This is what we do here now. That was like really unsettling in the OG, and you're there briefly, and I still prefer that. Don't get me wrong. I do understand why they sacrificed that sense of unease, and it has a lot to do with like embracing the messaging of being kind of tolerant towards the mentally ill, and like setting a framework for how black robes are treated, and that makes the party's treatment of Cloud less dissonant, you know, for a variety of reasons, but it also embraces kind of the core messaging around mental health in a more modern way. But it does feel like a loss, you know. I'm not gonna tell you otherwise.
Nibelheim's not far now.
First time back since...
Yep. First time.
Same here. Didn't seem worth coming back till now. Didn't think there was anything to come back to.
Sorry.
It's alright. Lots happened since then.
Yeah, fuck Nibelheim. I don't give a shit. That place isn't my home anymore.
Backing off a bit.
Enough!
The Nibel Wolves. Oops.
Get ready. That's it. Back to the planet. No time to celebrate.
Let's see. Oops. All right.
Cloud?
The Yallard Bridge.
I honestly thought I was ready for this, but it's just too real.
Yeah, it feels like this is the area where PSSR is doing the most visible upscaling to me. I wonder if that's because the assets were designed first.
No.
This is a pretty view of Nibelheim. Like if it wasn't for that ugly reactor, it'd feel like a, you know, pretty Norse mountain town, you know? Also, I do think it's funny that the Nibelheim sign, which is clearly supposed to be like the Rocky Mountains, does look like flames. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right, here we go. What?
Wait, what? I thought...
Cloud, look at this. It's brand new. They rebuilt the whole village.
Don't scare me like that. Thought Cloud might have lost it again. I mean...
Look, they're all in on this, right? They're all in on this. So in the background, they're talking about it. Like they know, you know, he's sick. And they're like, don't say that part out loud. And not just that it's rude, but it's just like against their plan. And who gave them that plan? I think the answer is Aerith.
I thought he got us lost, because it looks different. So, who do you think rebuilt it?
Shinra.
Never mind all that. We've got a terminal to find.
You're an odd one to come out to the middle of nowhere like this.
This is where they keep the patients who have milder cases.
Milder cases.
The food we serve to our patients is shipped to us from company facilities. The stuff we get isn't bad per se, but we try to make it as appetizing as we can.
We allow our patients to walk around for their health and well-being.
I'm not entirely sure why, but lately, some of the patients have started talking.
Oh, really? What have they been saying?
It's reassuring to see them become more active. Until recently, they used to stand around all day doing nothing.
I wouldn't be reassured by that if I were you. I know you can't see the future because you are in the game, not outside of it like I am.
Still no idea what triggers their spasms?
None. The medical team is at a complete loss. As if our current patients weren't enough to deal with. More sick people keep wandering in from outside the village. Where are they even coming from? What?
I hear they're planning on building a new facility for the patients. What do you say we push for a hot spring?
Hear that? Let's push for a hot spring. Is the next place that we see all the robes gonna be Modeoheim?
Like the one in
Cold hell.
In the heart of a cold hell.
Easier to help the patients in.
A long, relaxing soak would be therapeutic for just about anyone.
Yeah, that's what they need though.
One step at a time. Keep going. You can do it. Not sure what we'll do if this continues. We barely have enough staff as is.
They even started to form actual words. That might be
The first real sign of progress. It is very bittersweet that all of these people that are like feel so bad for the people are like feel reassured by these reunion clones like starting to be more active, but the truth is that they're more active for the worst possible reasons.
All the patients wearing their company.
Company doles them out for free. So the company gives them these outfits. Okay.
Probably to encourage people to keep their distance. They could all use the 1C soldier wins again! But no time for that.
The 1C
To
soldier.
look after.
I'm Sephiroth this time. I'm Sephiroth.
So they all play. Who's Sephiroth?
Soldier wins again.
These kids playing tag.
3, 2, 1, Rope Man!
Robe Man.
You know, I came up around here, way back in the day. It's strange. None of the buildings look like I remember. And where did all the people who used to live here go?
And
Relax. You're all right.
and she's actually got garb consistent with NPCs in Cosmo Canyon too.
I keep asking who moved where, but no one will tell me anything.
Okay, they're at least gaslighting her.
You know, I came up around here, way back in the day. It's strange.
There's a bunch of them right here in the dark.
We're doing what we can to help those guys get back on their feet.
Back on the feet. Okay. Hold on just a sec.
We're doing what we can to help those guys get back on their feet. It's never enough, though. We're doing what we can to help those guys get back on their feet. It's never enough, though. We're doing what we can to help those guys get back on their feet. It's never enough, though.
Oh, hello, hi. Hello. Okay. There's interesting dialogue here, you know? Get in, losers. We're going moaning. Yes!
Well, shit.
A lot of robes out here.
A lot of ropes.
And look.
Locals. Fucking locals. She looks suspicious.
Only they aren't quite the same, are they?
Hello there. Can I help you?
Greetings, good sir. I am a proud employee of Shinra Resorts. And since I was nearby, I thought I might pop in and check something on the company database.
And your companions?
Oh, them? They are...
I used to live here until, you know.
I see. And are you aware of what Nibelheim is now?
Nope. No idea.
5 years ago, Shinra assumed direct control over this village. It now serves as a treatment center for Mako poisoning. All property rights have been transferred. If that's why you're here, contact Special Facilities at Corporate. They'll be able to help you.
Very helpful. Thank you, sir. Ah, but the database. I'll not be a wee minute.
I'm sure you're eager to see your hometown, but please, don't stay too long.
Man, I haven't been back to Nibelheim since the Pro. It looks way better.
Wow, you're doing great today. Keep it up.
Kate Sith does not need access to a database. He's in Midgar. Like, that's where his real location is. Okay, well, let's look about. Let's look about the place.
There's nothing here, you know.
Wait. Is this a robed woman? Is that... Why didn't I notice that? There are some robed women here. Yeah, there are women too. Yeah. Well, good. That's very good. I'm glad.
All we do is bend over backwards for these people, and what do we get? Grunts.
Another 6 months and I'm out of here.
She must have loved going shopping when she was well. Maybe not for herself, but for others. Buying little trinkets and gifts for her family.
See, yeah, all that compassion. Oh no, we're going into the live stream. Oh, never mind. Get these little ones. Alright, let's talk to people. Well, let's go home first. Let's see.
Let's take a
These people are so patient.
All right?
Shut up.
Well now, who might you be?
New in town,
that's
at
right.
you.
You're the ones Nick was talking about. New in town, aren't you?
No.
Ugh, in that case, you ought to know better than to interrupt a busy chef, hmm?
I can leave.
No, I don't mind. Could use someone to talk to anyway. Then again, I sense you're not much of a chatterbox.
You are a terrible substitute for Claudia. You doing okay, bud?
Now,
I wasn't picking on him.
those poor folks have got it hard enough already.
Mako poisoning?
Two types of it.
I'm
Two
no
types of
expert,
patience.
But seems to me that there's two types of it. Or maybe.
What do we
types of
think?
Patients.
What do we think
You
she's
get
talking
sponge
about?
baths sometimes, and that's when I first saw. Lots of them have these number tattoos. That
G and
and
S?
needle marks on their arms. At least I think they are.
Yeah.
Although we do get the odd one that doesn't seem to have
Mhm.
either.
No.
Wait, that makes it 3 types then. Or 4?
What needle marks?
From their treatments, if I had to guess.
And the numbers? Got any idea what they mean?
Not a clue.
It
Certainly
does.
Gets the gears in your head turning though, doesn't it? As I said, there seem to be 2 types of those black-robed folks. Most have these numbers tattooed on them somewhere, but a few have what look like needle marks dotting their arms as well. Of course, there are those that don't have any such oddity on them at all. Wait, Did I say 2 types just now? Or 3? Or 4?
Yeah. There's the oddity that has neither. Like me. I love that she sings the song.
Thanks to my dear old mother, God rest her soul.
She sings Tifa's theme. I think tattoo means Hojo did it. And the new tattoo meaning is for the new project that Hojojo talked about.
I feel so
That
bad.
takes 18 hours, you know.
You certainly don't look ill. Passing through, I take it? If you are feeling unwell, though, you'll have to wait. We need to tend to our current patients first.
Don't worry. It'll all be over soon.
She pulls out a gun, shoots him. I'll be over soon.
This is where we care for the
What do you think? Okay, let's see. The audio is desynced again. Ah, shit. Discord DMs. I'm so sorry. I just missed it. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds scammy too. I agree. Go for it, Ars. And then I'll also fix my audio.
You might have noticed how some of our patients have number tattoos on their arms.
Yeah, I did. I did notice that, actually. Literally none that I can see here. But I've noticed... Sorry, shit.
Please, just let them rest. They don't have much longer as it is.
Like, is this terminal? Do we know that?
Myself. Maybe it's to mark ones with different symptoms?
You know,
Hmm.
I never understood it.
Hmm.
Why'd my dad go into the reactor? Why chase Sephiroth? Thought about it ever since waking up in Corel. It just
Hi,
seemed
Delta
like such
Sin.
a bad idea. I mean,
There are female cloaks in Intergrade too.
fight a famous war hero and win? Well, he didn't. But after moving to Midgar, after making a life for myself, I finally realized where my dad was coming from. He was angry. And he'd had enough. Everything he'd worked so hard for had been destroyed in an instant. All that he'd built for himself, for us, gone. Sephiroth had burned it to the ground. That's why he went, even though he had to have known how it'd end.
I see.
And like him, I took my pain, my grief, everything I was feeling. I took it all and turned it into anger. Anger that led me to Avalanche. The problem is, Anger doesn't last.
That's right.
So when Avalanche started to become more violent, there wasn't enough left to hold back the fear and the doubt. It was taking a toll. Then you turned up.
Have I helped you get through it at all?
Yeah, you have. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have had the courage to come back here. A lot's happened, but now that we're here, I know this was the right decision. Because now I know they rebuilt everything, tried to sweep what they did under the rug and pretend it never even happened. But I won't let them. I can't. Sephiroth and his cruelty. Shinra and their lies. I'm sick of all of it.
Mm-hmm. You go. I like that dialogue a lot.
You'd think someone would brief us on these things, considering we're the ones who actually have to look after them.
If you're here to visit someone, I'm afraid you'll have to track them down yourself. We're a bit busy. We've been dealing with so many new patients lately.
Let's take a little break and try again, alright?
I mean, I know that there were female reunion clones in
They can't survive.
and the kids are all right. Some of them were named after I think there was like a Caitlyn Stark, and there were, yeah. The Nidhogg Hotel. I love this little scene right here. What? Come back. Come back. Where are you? Together again. Display party and he's not part of it. Not fair. Free cam, I'm gonna go wild on that.
They're everywhere you look.
Everywhere you
really
look.
Think that all these guys decide to get up and shuffle over here of their own accord, do you? Course not. This is Shinra's doing. First, they raise a whole village because it suits them. Then they build a fake one right on top of it. We can't let those corporate bastards keep getting away with this shit. We gotta do something, right?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, you're right. Screw them.
That's the spirit. Screw them. We'll make them pay for what they did to y'all's home.
Reunion, you say, huh?
Welcome. Would you like a room?
Yeah.
Safe travels.
Thanks, buddy.
So, any friends here you want to see? Maybe a girlfriend?
What? Who's this gentleman?
Speaking of which, I'll bet you're dying to hear about mine. Am I right? What? Not interested? I'm gonna tell you anyway. She's real pretty. No, beautiful. Kinda depends on the angle. She's just great to be around.
Kinda depends on the angle.
She from Midgar?
Yep, real city mouse.
Are you remembering
Zack.
things?
Zack Fair. From Gongaga. Had over heels for Aerith. We fought together as soldiers.
So this is absolutely different. Right? He gets a recollection of Zach's identity, right? But it's not a full picture, right? And so I feel like this is more of a cracking open of his persona, right? It's a more gradual movement.
You were here with me 5 years ago.
Here's the trailer stuff.
Where are you? What happened to you?
Still don't know what happened.
Question. This always been here?
Yeah.
It totally screams, climb me, doesn't it? So, let's give the poor thing what it wants and see the sights.
Hey, don't just...
Okay, hold on a sec. Meow, meow, meow. All right. Yeah, people had feelings about this scene right here. And that's fine.
To look at this place, you'd never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
So, which one's your house?
That one.
Aw, looks cozy. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's all new to you. That building right there is the inn, where I stayed 5 years ago. You got the town hall, the general store, and that there, Tifa's house.
I love that she smiles right here, like, and is happy. Everybody's excited, right? Because this is fine.
So let me guess. This is where you kept a lookout.
Huh?
Come on, you never came up here hoping she'd wave?
Sounds like something I'd do. Being the 3-star answer. Come on. Live stream song is a bit in the background.
Probably. Sounds like something I'd do.
If I was in your shoes, I would have been up here all the time.
I'm gonna head down.
Think I'm good where I am. I'll see you later.
I like the breadcrumbs and hints about Kate that's in the game. Yeah, I do too. It's like a kind of a slow burn. I'm going to be calling it about 18 minutes, by the way. Got some things to do. I was going to be appearing on a Final Fan TV thing later, but I life stuff got in the way. But I think you guys should all tune into that.
Slowly now. Breathe in and out.
Yes. Got to do the Tifa calisthenics. Let's talk to Snaps.
So that's Mount Nibel. It cuts a rather stern and imposing figure, the ragged ridges jutting into the sky, like something out of a fantastical painting. I can't imagine the folks in those treatment centers sleep easy with Mount Nibel looming behind them.
Looks like the reactor's not too far. Hey, Cloud, ever been up there before?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
then give me the skinny. What was it like? Was there buttloads of Mako? What about, say, materia?
No. Yeah. Yep.
Some of them even form naturally.
No way.
Naturally formed materia.
You got my mouth watering.
I think 3 p.m. Pacific is when that show's on. Stretch. Okay, let's get the rest of the dialogue here.
I feel so bad for these people. They did nothing to deserve it.
It'll be okay.
Being a caretaker is...
All right.
No need to wear yourself out. Let's rest.
I can't believe this.
You seem upset.
Services we provide here are strictly for the benefit of our residents.
Okay.
My mom needs to move in with me. I know you allow that for immediate family.
Like I told you before, by the time we finish running her mandatory background check,
You gotta run a background check on your mom. I don't know if she's a Wu Tai spy. Are you just gonna look at me, or?
Unfortunately, we're not in a position to assist travelers.
That's okay.
I have to ask you to leave.
Nah, I'm gonna stay.
Then can I at least get an advance on my salary so I can send her the gills she needs?
all contracts are paid out at the end of the term. I can offer you
A loan.
But as Shinra employees, no siree, Bob. Please, you really need to leave before I get in trouble. Just finishing up for the day, not breaking any rules.
Hey, lady, I really appreciate this, but I can't help but notice your hair is the same hair that all of these robed clones have, so you're probably Genova.
I should have known it was too good to be true. I only have limited access from this console.
Let me guess. limited doesn't cut it.
Nope. But all is not lost. Excuse me, good
That's
sir.
1:30
Would you be
a.m.
so
for you?
kind as to grant
Oof.
us entry into Shinra Manor?
Don't you have clearance for that?
Oh, if only. I'm but a wee bottom feeder. Barely have clearance to use the bathroom, me.
Be that as it may, I can't let you in there myself. You'll have to ask my boss instead.
Meaning the deputy commissioner? Or the commish himself? Let's meet and greet.
Deputy Commissioner Murasaki's up at the reactor, conducting an inspection.
He's not, sadly.
He's due back the day after tomorrow, but he hasn't been in touch to confirm. Could be he needs more time.
Yeah, he could need some help too.
Dilly-dally.
Dilly-dally?
Just have to track him
What
down.
about shilly-shallying?
Agreed. Thanks for all the help, pal.
Come back, you incredibly fast cat.
Let's take a little break. So, you're headed to the reactor, huh?
Headed to the reactor? No luck at town hall, I take it?
Gotta get a key card. A guy named Murasaki has it, but he's inspecting the reactor.
Well then, you'll need a ninja to accompany you. I'm coming with.
Me too.
Really? You sure?
Ask anyone around here. I'm the best there is.
All right.
You sure you're gonna be okay?
Nope.
We're going on a hike and getting a key card. How tough can it be?
Yeah.
You'll still be gone for a while. Sure there's nothing you need to take care of?
I'm putting you in charge of provisions. Then make it snappy. My materia needs me.
Yeah, let's go.
New bridge just went in, you know. Might shave some time off the trip.
Ooh, new
Sounds
bridge.
like a plan to me. All right, reactorward ho!
Old Roofie Bear.
Sir, we've received word about the Nibelheim survey team. It appears they were ambushed.
By Wu-Tai?
Indeed, and so it begins.
So Wu-Tai is already here. Ambushing shit. Or is it?
That the new bridge I see up ahead?
Okay, so let's think about that. Let me save here. But let's think about that statement. So Wu-Tai came to Nibelheim to ambush a team. Why? Who's in charge of Wu-Tai right now? Like, really? Yes, Avalanche, Glenn. But who's in charge of Glenn? That's right, Sephiroth. So he's doing all of this shit. It's all Sephiroth at this point. Which is pretty nutty, you know? Viceroy Saruf. Sure, yes. Viceroy Rufus, indeed. But I'm on the huge TV in the Billick Den. Oh, that's fantastic news. So tomorrow, I do, and I know you can only hang out for a little bit anyways, but so I am going to be let's see. Actually, tomorrow's Friday. I'm sorry, my bad. So Monday we'll resume here. Nibelheim, and the return to Nibelheim. There's a lot to unpack in this segment, and I know that there's the one part that everybody complains about, but every other part is really teeming with like kind of lore hints, nods, and like new context. All right, so it should be a good lore stream. I hope you're excited. And if you haven't had a chance to check out my review of DQ3 HD2D Remake, please do. It's a great game. So here's what I'll say about it. If the review score were based on accomplishing its goals, it would be a 10 out of 10. Dragon Quest 3 for people for a informed consumer base that have played a lot of games will feel hard to play. Right? Just that's fair warning. So you got to know what you're getting into. The quality of life improvements to Dragon Quest 3 HD2D make it much more palatable, and then it's also just visually very impressive. You just picked that up, that's why you're late. So have fun this weekend playing that, please. Yeah, DQ3 HD2DR, and so happy DQ3 HD2DR release date, everybody. So with that, we're close enough to the time that I gotta go. So I gotta go. But engagement on these streams has been really good. Particularly on the YouTube side. So I'm gonna keep it up. Thanks a lot, guys.